we pull down the heavens to set our minds. So you're going to just gather, put your feet together, gather energy from the earth, from the heaven, and then breathe out. Let it spiral through your body. Breathe in. Breathe out. Remember, you're doing abdominal breathing, so you're breathing. Your abdomen goes out, and then breathe in. You relax as you breathe in. So you're breathing in with your abdomen. By your navel, breathe out. All right. What we want to do before we start is we want to open up our body. So we do something called shake the 9 gates. So you're just bouncing, your shoulders are coming up, your hips are going up and down a bit. If you were making a sound, you'd hear ah, 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 ah. What we're trying to do is the 9 gates are your hip, knee, ankle, shoulder, elbow, and wrist, and upper, lower, and middle back. So you're trying to open those up and align them so the energy from the other movements can move easily through them. So you want to be as relaxed as possible. You're just bouncing around to get tension out of your body. Let those joints open up. The joints, that's where your chi and your blood can get stuck. So just back and forth. Raising, lowering when you're raising and lowering your hips, you want to come up and you drop slightly, but then you want, you want that, you don't want to be leaning forward to do this. You want your head should be going up and down, but that's because your hips are going up and down, not because you're bending forward and back. All right, come up, throw the energy out to your fingertips. Okay, the second warm-up one is, it's called Dragon Shakes as Whiskers. It's also, some other people I know, it's called knocking on the gate of life, since this area in your back around your kidneys is called the gate of life. Now what we're doing is we want to, since we're doing Qigong, we want to open up our mind too, activate our brain. So what you do that through your eyes. So you pick a point, focus, your hands, one hand's hitting under your floating ribs, that's liver 14 meridian, and the other one is hitting by your back. You're just trying to stimulate your kidneys a bit, which is good in this case. Or you're looking back nose, you get a little warmed up. You can move those 2 points you're looking at closer together. If you have enough flexibility, don't worry about it if you don't. You can look all the way back, so you're turning 360 degrees. Okay. So that's good. So this was also massaging your internal organs. Now we're going to do that again, but we're going to breathe in. You're holding. You make a circle. You're going to come over. This hand comes over your hand. Shoulders stay against the walls. You look down. So we're opening our neck. We're reaching. This is opening stretching the meridians, the nervous system on this side, getting the kinks out there. On this side, we're squeezing. So we're waking up those internal organs, which are all sludgy and sticky together because of we've been sleeping or sitting at our desk. So we're relaxing, looking down, breathe in, breathe out. So you come make a circle. So this time we're leaning, looking down, stretching our neck open, breathe in. Breathe out. And then what we're going to do now is you can touch your knee, or if you have enough flexibility, you can touch your ankle, but you want to look behind. We're twisting, and once again, massaging our internal organs, stretching. And we're going to come up. Okay. Also, if you have blood pressure problems, your head should never go below your sternum. So when you turn here, you're going to keep your head up. If your blood pressure is okay, you can reach lower. Okay, so we'll do 2 more of those. Circle, come up, breathe in, breathe out, turn your neck to stretch your neck. Your shoulders are against the wall, so you're getting a good stretch here and a good squeeze here. And then breathe in, breathe out, twist. Breathe in, breathe out. One more, this is the last one. So we're circling. Coming over, lean, look down, breathe in, breathe out. Then reach, breathe in, breathe out. We're going to open up the veins in the neck and try to relax the neck a bit. So what we're going to do is you're going to Your hands are going to come out, your middle fingers kind of pointing at your, opening it up. And what you're going to do is you're going to lean your ear toward one side. You're not bringing up your shoulder, so you're reaching with your middle fingers, and then you're stretching. So if your ear's coming, there's three, we're trying to get three areas. One, we're looking straight forward, so that's the middle. If you look now down and stretch, you should feel it opening up the muscles in the back. And then we're going to look up and stretch all the time, keeping our ear toward our shoulder. So then we're going to come up, and we're going to come down the other side. Same thing, you're reaching with this one now. So first you look, and now we're going to rock our head back and forth. Look down, go to the center, look up. We're trying to open up our neck, get the veins and the artery flowing so our brain is getting blood and oxygen. Now we're just going to do the other side one more time since we talked about when we were over on this side. So look forward and then roll your chin, point your chin at the ground, forward, up. Your knees stay, your ears staying near your shoulder, and you're stretching with these. Yeah, and then just roll your head back and forth a couple times. Once again, this is trying to open up your neck to allow more blood flow, and where blood goes, oxygen and Qi go, so it's good for your brain too. All right, we're going to do one more. So it's the kidneys. Remember I said it's the water season, winter's the water season, so we're working on our kidneys. So we're going to put one hand back. What we're going to do is we're going to turn, we're going to make a bear claw. Bear is, in the system we're studying, bear is the winter animal. So you've got here, a bear has a big paw. You're just turning the top, so that you want to make the very first last joint, your claws. So you just bend those, your hands here. And what we're going to do is we're going to breathe in. As we breathe out, we're going to turn and like hit the tree behind us. You're going to turn, but you don't want to turn your hips because you're going to ruin your knees. So what we're doing here is, and we're trying to massage the kidneys. So we want to put pressure on the kidneys so our hips are mountain. Going to breathe in, and then we're going to palm hit the tree behind us by looking over our shoulder without moving our waist. Without moving our hips. We're twisting in the waist, and that's putting pressure on our kidneys. So breathe in, breathe out. We're trying to squeeze negative energy out of our kidneys. And then we come back, that relaxes it and lets fresh fluids flow in. Breathe in, breathe out. And then for the ones of you that studied before, each organ has a sound. In our system, the kidney is associated with the bear. The sound is chew. So you're going to breathe in. You want to find a chew that makes your kidneys vibrate, because we're trying to disperse any stale energy. So you're going to breathe in, and then it's chew. We'll just do 3. Chew. That's an airplane, not me, if you hear that other thing. Chew. Okay, now we have to do the other side. So this hand comes around, goes on our kidney. This hand comes up. We'll breathe. We'll do a couple just to get it in. So we're breathing, and then you're turning your waist. Your hips are solid. You're looking over your shoulder. You're twisting. You're trying to put pressure, squeeze the kidneys. So you're going to come back. And then breathe out, reach. All right, so we'll do 3 with the chew sound here. So you're breathing in, and then it's chew. These are called the healing sounds. There's one for each organ. Chew. Chew. All right, so the other thing we do during the winter is we try try to build up our foundation so that we want to build up our bone density. So the way you do that is, there's a couple ways to do that. One way is called bone tapping. So what we're going to do is we're going to tap the back of our hands. Going to tap. This causes what are called, this is called Wolff's Law. You create microfractures when you stress part of your skeleton. It sends signals to your body that says, oh, the skeleton needs to be reinforced, and so you build up your bone density. Obviously, it's good to do these like every couple times a week, because you're not going to do it just once and it's going to have better bones, but if it's a consistent part of your practice. So what we're doing is you're hitting down the back. When you come down, you're standing like this. When your hands are up, you're coming down the back of your arm as you come from the fingers to the shoulder. I usually reach up and give the shoulder some extra love there to get some of the tension out. Then you come over. I'm trying to avoid my mic if it looks a little weird on the side. So you turn your hand, instead of tapping, you turn your hand into like a little bird's beak, and you go down the center. This generates white blood cells too, because you're stimulating the bones. When you want to do your armpit, you want to massage that a bit, because you're trying to get rid of the waste in your lymph glands, which is a passive circulatory system. And then you're going to go from the shoulder to the fingertips. So we'll just do that one more time. So you come up, pat your shoulders. You want to stay as relaxed as possible. Come around, tap down the center, tap your floating ribs, massage your lymph glands, and then come down the front. Okay, then we're going to switch over. You flip over, go up the other side. Tap, come down. So like I said, this is for building bone density. So we're going to switch sides back and forth. It also is kind of stimulating. You're following the energy flow. That's why we're going in this order. We're following the energy flow of your system. So you're trying to kind of stimulate the meridians so you have more energy and blood flow through your system. All right, the other thing you can do is, that's level 1. Level 2 is you can take a sock and fill it full of mung beans. It must be mung beans or medicinal. And then you can use that. We'll do one more set with our sock if you have them. So you just hit with this. It spreads, you can hit harder without bruising yourself, plus it separates out the force, so it's not like you're not trying to bruise yourself, but you're trying to cause what are called microfractures in your bone. Sounds serious, but it's not. It's just there. Hit under the arm, and then come back. Okay, and that's it. So the other things I usually do is I usually just hit my fingers together and then shake them out to get some energy flowing down there. So for the other part of the bone density, you can use your hands. You do the same thing. The good thing, it's easy, obviously, to hit your arms. So you can do this while you're just watching TV or pretty easily. The other thing, if you do it on your legs, the same thing happens. It stimulates red blood cell growth and bone density, and the bones are bigger. So you can do that. So you take your fist. Since you do both legs at the same time, I don't use my sock for this usually unless you have 2 socks. So you start hitting your head of your femur, go down the side of your legs. Now, once again, if you have blood pressure problems, you stop. You don't want to put your head below your sternum. You just stop there, stop at your knees, and you come back up. And then when you get here, once again, you massage your lymph glands to get rid of any excess waste. So we're here, coming down. Okay, I'm going to go a little lower now because I don't have blood pressure problems, so you can reach as far as you want to stretch a bit more. Come up. I usually massage my knees. There's a lot of meridian points at your knees when I get here, and then I come back up. We'll do one more set. And then so hitting the head of the femur, I use my fist there, and then usually as I go down the back of my legs. So the order is actually important because it's the going down. This is your yang, or your what are we doing? We're doing this is the yang organs, and the yin organ comes up. So usually when you're trying to move energy, you move from your fingers down the back to the ground, and then when you're coming up, you go on the inside and then up the palm side of your arm. So that's just for your energy flow, but that's why we tap in the directions we do. All right, the other way that you work on your bone density and your mental focus is you hold positions and you do things in your lower body. When you want to keep your shoulders like against the wall, and you're going to bend your knees, but you're going to keep your back straight. Your knees should only go to the edge of your toes. You don't want to go past that because you'll hurt your knees. But you keep your back straight. So what we're going to do is we'll just practice this. So what you do is you're coming up, and as you breathe out, you have the palms together, you're dropping down, and you're lowering your hips. You don't have to go super low. You can go as low as you want, but you want to do it at least till you feel the muscles engage in your legs, the major muscles, and that's putting tensions on your bone, which causes them to instead of microfractures, it sends out a piezoelectric signal to your body that the bones are under stress and that you need to build up your bones. So you can do these things. So holding position is really good for that. So right now we're trying to engage our lower body. So right now we're just getting the motion going. We're lifting our hips. The other thing this is doing by raising and lowering our hips, it's engaging our calves. And our calves are our third heart. So the calves pump lymph and blood waste out of your ankles back into your body where the waste can be circulated, and that allows nutrients to come in. So much going on. It looks like hardly anything's going on, but one of my teachers says you only see 10% of what's happening when you practice Qigong. All right, we're going to do something called pull bow to shoot an arrow. Some people call it shooting geese. So you're going to come here. When you get here, we've sunken our hips, so our knees are bent, our legs are engaged. Now we're going to turn 45, but we're not turning our hips because we're going to do that and hurt our knees. So once again, our hips are a mountain. We're turning our waist. That's allowing us to, squeeze, massage our kidneys, and then we're going to come out. We're going to pull a bow, and then we're going to release it. We're going to come up. So we're going to come up, breathe in, breathe out. We're going to turn 45 degrees. Our waist is going to, shoulders at the waist, but like I said, not our hips. And then we're going to come out, pull, release the arrow. Breathe in, breathe out, turn, breathe in, breathe out. So this is pull bow to shoot an arrow. This is one of the standing 8 brocades, very famous, from a very famous set. So what you do here is you want to notice when I come out, I'm not doing this. I'm trying to open this up so my elbow, see everything stays on the same line. You don't want to end up doing this. And you can also turn your fist over. This is called the kiss. The other one comes, the one holding the string comes to your mouth, and then you let go. And that arrow will release streaks toward the bullseye. So you're trying to do in Zen all the time. You release the arrow and it goes right to the bullseye. Breathe in. Breathe out. You're dropping down, you're turning. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Turn 45 degrees. Breathe in. Breathe out. Okay, so come back, shake your hips. Hopefully you feel a little bit in your lower body, strengthening your lower body because we're going up and down, working our calves, flushing out the waist so we don't have big fat ankles or anything. All right. So the last thing we do is we're going to do some energy flows to try to get energy flowing down, flowing through our bodies. We'll just do a couple, you can do a couple quick hand movements. So you just take your hands in your, get a little closer. So you're just going here and hitting. These are your hands, half your meridian start or stop in your hands. So if you massage your hands or your feet or your head, you're stimulating your meridians. So here, your hands, you're hitting between 6, 7, 8, 9. And then I like to do this, which is most of the meridians end in your fingertips. So I try to hit just the fingernails are hitting to stimulate a little bit of blood flow. And then you can hit here, you hit on the inside. This is good for your heart. You can do this. Even though we're supposed to be working on the kidneys today, this is very good for your heart. And then the final one that you can do easily is 3 fingers up. You go from there, and this is the point when you get seasick. They have you put that little bead on your wrist, but you can massage up, and then when you get here, you can massage the center of your hand. We'll do that 3 times. So here, start here, three fingers above. You try to go between the tendons, and then you massage toward the center of your hand. You massage the hand. One more, we'll do one more time. And of course, you don't want to just have like healthy energy on one side and stagnant on the other, so we'll do this side too. So 3, and then massage toward the center of your hand. You want your hand to stay relaxed, kind of massaging the lifeline there. And then go here, 3 fingers up, massage between the tendons, massage down. And one more. So what the idea is, I show you a lot of stuff as you see. You can either do the lesson, or you can work on something. Like if you're trying to get your energy flow going, you can just pick some of the movements. And so instead of taking half an hour, you can just do 5 minutes a day. Pick one movement that you feel like is helping you, and then and do that. So we're just going to do what's called an energy flow. What we're going to do is the Lotus exercise. Is actually Buddhist. This is instead of Taoist. So what you're going to do here is, it's like you're smelling. This is your heart energy. You're smelling all the gratitude that came off. So you're coming down, going to come up, gather energy from the heavens. And as you breathe out, when you get up, you're going to make a diamond. So you're going to make that diamond, and then as you breathe out, you're going to push all that positive energy you gathered from the universe through your body. And then you're going to come up, and you're going to show the gratitude that you have for that. So you're going to come up to your heart, and you're going to project that gratitude out into the world. Then you're going to drop down, you're going to come up, and we're smelling the rose again. Or I guess it's a lotus because we're doing Eastern things. So you're coming up, breathe in, gathering the energy, make your little diamond, breathe out. Goes without saying, you're doing abdominal breathing. There's lessons on our website, qolnow.com, if you want to see how to do abdominal breathing. So this is just called the Lotus exercise. I guess the Lotus exercise of gratitude. So you're here, you're coming up, gathering positive energy from the universe, making your diamond, pushing it through the body, through the heart especially, to let your heart open up. And now that it's opened up, filled with all that positive energy, you breathe in, you give some of it back to the world, and then you're coming back up. Breathe in. Okay, so do a couple more. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Then come down. So here, we're making a flower, and we're breathing in all the positive energy we've created. We're coming down. Now, when you breathe in, when you're doing most Qigong exercises, when you breathe in, you're doing your abdominal breathing, but your tongue comes up to just the back of your gums, just above the teeth, and then as you breathe out, it drops down. So we're trying to stimulate saliva flow, which is in Qigong, you want to have energy and fluids flowing through your body. So we'll do one more set. So we're here, smelling the lotus, gathering energy. Your whole body should be relaxed. I have my hips going up and down just a very tiny amount to try to keep my calves, the third heart, beating. But I wash that positive energy that I got through the body, and I come back, show gratitude to the world, and then come back up. Breathe in, breathe out. All right, we're just going to do two more things. One more is we're going to take that energy, we're coming up, so you come up the right side. So I'm not mirroring you right now. You want to come up the right side and then go across and make a fist. And I'm trying to get energy to flow through my organs. We want to follow the direction of the food flowing through our intestines. So you're coming up one side, going across, and coming down. This helps your digestion, plus gets the energy flowing the right way through your body. So you just breathe in. We're trying to become aware. We're trying to capture that energy that we've just built up. Okay, so now you put your hands over your navel. What you do is bring your feet together. This is called bamboo in the wind. We're just trying to have our body absorb any kind of energy that we made. So it's kind of like you just kind of let your body go wherever it wants to go, so that you kind of maybe lose your balance a bit. So you try to just go back and forth, just whatever your body wants to do. So it's called bamboo in the wind, because your feet are together, so you're a little unstable, but you're kind of going back and forth, trying to absorb the energy. Just feel the energy that we built up. Absorb it into your bones, into your organs. We'll do 3 breaths. So you're going to breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. One last one. Breathe in, breathe out. So what we're going to do now is we're going to pull down the heavens. We did at the beginning, but this is now we're leaving the practice room and going back to our daily lives, hopefully with some positive energy. So breathe in, breathe out. So you're gathering energy from the sky, and then you have it spiral through your body as it goes through. Breathe in, breathe out, and then breathe in, breathe out. And then we clap, body mind, because we did something good for our body.